Get it out of me! Get it out of me! I don't want it in me! Okay, I'm sorry. I had to do that. Ridley Scott goes back to space to direct a good movie. And yeah, his last movie, you remember Robin Hood? What a waste of Russell Crowe. Now, a lot of people are saying, is this a prequel? What is it? Well, fuck yeah, it's a prequel. It is a prequel. By definition, it's a prequel. Well, think of it this way. Here's what happened. They had a whole bunch of studio execs in an office, and one guy's like, hey, I'm going to write a prequel to the Alien franchise. We got a built-in fan base. It's a sci-fi movie. People are going to love it. Easy money, right, guys? And then you got another guy who's a little more creative than that guy, and he's like, you know what? How about we do that? Because I want the built-in fan base. That's great. We're going to kind of market it to that crowd. But how about we expand the universe? That way we have wiggle room and we can make sequels and, go bigger and better. It doesn't just have to be the alien where he's, crawling through the ductwork and he comes down and spits acid in their face. We can make it more intellectual. We can make the audience think a little bit more, and we can make them think about their own origins. Yeah, remember the space jockeys? We're going to put them in it. Now, does it answer questions from the Alien movies? Yeah, it's going to answer a ton of questions that you had. It also definitely expands on the whole space jockey thing that we only seen a little glimpse of in the first Alien movie back in 1979. And then you have Noomi Rapace, who plays, in my opinion, kind of like the Sigourney Weaver type role, the very strong-willed woman. She also, in one scene, is running around in her underwear and she's sweating. And it reminded me of Sigourney Weaver from the original Alien franchise. Remember the one scene where she's in her underwear? Okay, maybe it's just me. Now, this movie also contains one scene that's very on the edge of your seat, and it definitely earned the rated R rating it got. I can't really give much away, but I will say one character is, there's something very bad happening to them, and it's like a life or death situation, and there's not much time, and they have to take pretty extreme measures, and you kind of get a first-person perspective of what's going on, and that is one of the best scenes I've seen in a movie in years. So anyway, this group of scientists and a few other corporate people, and some people that don't even belong on the ship, like, they don't even know why they're there. The movie opens up, and they don't know why they're on this ship, and one guy's like, I collect rocks. It's like, what are you doing here? And he doesn't know either. And I didn't really get what the hell they were going for anyway. So in my opinion, Prometheus was a lot of fun. It was a thinking, action, thriller, sci-fi movie. I'm going to have to give Prometheus an A. You got to see it. Okay, so now we get into the good stuff. If you guys are still watching, it's time where I jump into some spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, you don't want to be spoiled, go away now. Or you know what? Come back though. Come back after you watch the movie. The opening scene to this movie. You have the space jockey on that cliff, and he basically drinks the black goo, which in my opinion, black goo is like a mass destruction weapon that the space jockeys created in that lab on that planet, and something went wrong and it killed everyone. Whatever that black goo comes into contact with, it destroys. It kind of takes over and makes it violent and aggressive. In the beginning, you see that space jockey on that cliff, he drinks it, almost like he's committing suicide in a way. And then he falls off, and then you can see him kind of, just falling apart in that water. But you can see that one little piece of meat that looks like a strand of DNA. And I think right there was our answer to everything in the movie. They didn't create life. I think what happened was life was accidentally created by them. And I think that little piece of DNA from that space jockey, expanded and evolved into what, humans are today and all life forms. You guys remember the scene where the lady was laying there doing the self-surgery thing, trying to get that little squid out of her? Well, you guys remember after she's bleeding in the hallway, Michael Fassbender basically wouldn't help her out. He basically said, screw you, I don't care if you die. Then she wanders down the hallway all bloody and gooey, and then she wanders into that room where you kind of, get the big scene that reveals the secrets. And then she just sets her like she's okay with everything. Did it not feel like they cut out a 5-minute scene in between that somewhere? Okay. Also, you have the one scene where the captain of the ship, I always forget his name. Idris Elba, the captain of the ship, he explains the whole meaning of why that little testing facility is there on the planet. He's like, yeah, it's probably there so they could test some kind of weapon of mass destruction and something went wrong and they all died. I don't think they really live here. I don't think they shit in their own backyard like that. They just came here to test it. Like, where did he obtain that information at? Nobody told him that. The scientist had no clue about that. He just said it randomly just to kind of explain it to the audience. And it's just like, where did you get that from? Now, a few things I really liked about the movie was I liked how the whole alien species was created by the space jockeys themselves. Now, if you look at that black goo that takes over people, it doesn't just create aliens. It creates just something bad. Something bad comes out of them. That this is a prequel. That is the beginning. That is the origin of the whole Alien franchise right there. Now, also online, there's some debate. They say in the original Alien movie, they go to a different planet than Prometheus takes place at. The number of the planet is like 224 rather than... who gives a shit, right? So what they're saying is the ending of Prometheus isn't necessarily the starting point to Alien. So anyway, those were just a few of my spoiler-filled opinions. So let me know what you guys thought of it down below. Let me know your theories, your thoughts, your opinions. Anyway, take care. I'll see you guys next.